A very good morning and a warm welcome to all of you, my dear students, to English class. Look at this picture. What do you see here? You can see here beautiful, colorful pieces of cloths. Right, students? Yes. I hope so you have understood which lesson we are going to study today. Yes, we are going to learn a new lesson, the worth of a fabric. Now here, the word worth means value or price and fabric means cloth. So, we will learn what is the value or the worth of a cloth through a beautiful story which was written by Thiruvalluvar, okay, who was a great Tamil saint poet. So, through this story, he had given a beautiful message or he has taught a beautiful lesson how a fabric is worthy. So, let's try to learn what he wants to give us a message through this story. So, the worth of a fabric. Thiruvalluvar was a great Tamil saint poet who lived more than 2000 years ago. Okay, students, like how in our Maharashtra we have so many saints, saints who were poets like Jnaneshwar who wrote Jnaneshwari, K. Tukaram, Sant Jnandev, and so many others like that. Even in Tamil Nadu, there was a great Tamil saint. Okay, he was a poet also, and his name was Thiruvalluvar. Okay, so he lived around more than 2000 years ago. That means very long ago. But still he is known or he is remembered. Why? Because he wrote a book called as Thirukkural, which is the book of his teachings. It is greatly loved and respected even today. Why it must be greatly loved and respected? It's because it gives us beautiful messages through his stories. Also, whatever he has taught in those stories, are very knowledgeable. Therefore, this book of his, that is Tirukkural, was the book of his teaching, is still greatly loved and respected. So even today means even now, these days also people follow his stories or his teachings. His stories are loved and respected. Thiruvalluvar was a textile weaver. Though he was a saint poet, he was by profession, he was textile weaver. Textile means cloth. Okay, students? Cloth. And weaver means a person whose job is to weave clothes, to make clothes. Okay, students? So, Thiruvalluvar was not only a saint poet, but he was by profession, he knew to weave clothes. Therefore, he was called as a textile weaver. He wove beautiful fabrics. Okay, so he made beautiful fabrics. He wove beautiful fabrics means cloths and saris, and even sold them in the market. So he was not only making the cloth or weaving the clothes, but even he used to sell them in the market. So what type of clothes he used to make? He used to make even saris and other beautiful fabrics. So people said that he never got angry, never used bad words, never shouted at anyone. Can we find such a person in today's world? No, my dear students. You might have seen people getting angry very soon for small things, right? But this person or this saint, Thiruvalluvar, was never getting angry. Okay, and people said about him like that. He used to never get angry and not even given anyone any bad words. Okay, so he was a very calm and peaceful person who never even shouted at anyone. So he used to never get angry, he never gave bad words, and even did not shout at anyone. Okay, so in the same town there lived a young rich man. Okay, so where Thiruvalluvar used to stay, there was one more person who was very rich and young. Okay, so he wasted most of his time roaming around with his friends. So he was just the opposite of Thiruvalluvar. Thiruvalluvar was a quiet and polite person. He he never got angry with anyone, but this fellow or this person who was very rich and young, okay, he used to waste most of his time roaming around with his friend, which was a very bad habit. And not only that, he they often made fun of other people. So this bad habit he had, not only roaming here and there and wasting his time, but even he used to make fun of other people. Okay, isn't it very rude, students, or isn't it not a bad habit? Yes, it is a very bad habit. You should never make fun of other people. So he had this bad habit of making fun, wasting time with his, roaming just here and there with his friends. So you can see how the cloth is viewed. So even Thiruvalluvar used to view the clothes in this manner. Okay, students. Okay, and he used to even make beautiful sarees. So what we have learned about Thiruvalluvar, he was a great Tamil saint poet, and not only poet, but he was also textile weaver. Okay, he lived around 2000 years ago, and he wrote the books of his teachings called as Thirukurral. Okay, and he used to make fabric, he used to make beautiful fabric and even sold them in the market. Okay, so he was such a person that used to always stay he used to be calm, polite, never got angry with anyone, never used bad words, and even not shouted. And the same town, there was a person who was rich, young, but he used to waste his time just roaming here and there and even made fun of other people. Okay. So I don't believe. So this person now, the rich young man, okay, he says, I don't believe what people say about this Valluvar, said the young man one day. I'm sure I can make him angry. Come on, let's have some fun today. Okay, so this rich young man who was roaming here and there, okay, making fun of other people, he said that I don't believe what people are saying about Valluvar. Okay, so he doesn't want to realize that there can be a person like this, that someone is not getting angry at all. Okay, so he just wants to show off that he will make him angry. Okay, so that's and he used to make fun of people, so therefore he went even to make fun of, he wanted to make fun of Thiruvalluvar now. Okay, so the arrogant young man approached Thiruvalluvar in the market and picked up a beautiful piece of fabric. So what is arrogant? Arrogant is nothing but a person who is very proud, who doesn't care about other people, who is unpleasant, he doesn't speak politely with other people. So such people are called as what? Arrogant people. Okay, student. So this arrogant young man approached means he went to Thiruvalluvar in the market, and what he did, he picked up beautiful piece of fabric. Okay, so when he went there, you can see in the picture, he picked up the beautiful piece of fabric. Okay, not even a simple one, he picked up the beautiful piece of fabric. How much does this whole fabric cost? He asked. So the Thiruvalluvar told him the answer, that is 8 coins. The saint named the price. Okay, so what this rich young man is asking to Thiruvalluvar? He is asking the cost of the fabric. Okay, so what Thiruvalluvar says, he says that they are costing around 8 coins. Okay, students, so earlier in olden days, mostly the price of anything was counted in coins, maybe golden coins or silver coins or even maybe bronze coins. So we are not really sure about it, but there were coins. Okay, coin system. So whatever, when you used to go to buy something, you used to pay in coins. Okay, students, so there were no no notes at that time. Okay, currency notes were not there, only coins were there. Okay, so the saint saint named the price as 8 coins. So he said the price of the fabric was 8 coins. Now the young man unfolded the fabric and tore it into two. My God, what is this? Okay, so this just wanted to make Thiruvalluvar angry. So what he did, he just unfolded means what, he opened up the cloth. Okay, you know how when the cloth is to be sold, whenever it is to be sold, it is always nicely folded and kept, right? So this person now, this young man, he it just unfolded means opened the fabric and tore it into pieces. Tore means he tore it, that means cut it into half, cut it into two, or cut it with the help of hand. So tore it into two pieces, he made that fabric into two. Okay, now he is asking, now he is proudly asking him, because he was arrogant, so he is proudly asking, what's the price of this piece now? Okay, so he thinks that Thiruvalluvar might have got angry because he tore the fabric into two pieces, right? So he is proudly asking now. He thought that he might have got angry, so he's saying, what's the price of this now? Okay, so what Thiruvalluvar says, you see, he says, instead of getting angry, he says 4 coins. Okay, 4 coins, the saint answered politely. Okay, 4 coins, the saint answered politely. He did not get angry, he calmly said. Politely means he said very calmly. Okay, did not make any he did not get agitated or angry. Okay, the youth was taken aback. Okay, now you think that somebody tears your favorite cloth or some cloth of yours, will you be not getting angry on that person? Yes, of course, everybody will get, right? But the saint over here answered very politely. He said, 4 coins. The youth was taken aback. Taken aback means he was surprised. Because why he was surprised? Because anybody would have got angry if somebody tears the cloth like this in front of another person. Correct, no? So he did not, Thiruvalluvar did not get angry, and therefore he was taken aback. He was surprised. Why doesn't the man get angry? He thought for himself. He thought. Okay, he thought in his mind that I tore it into two pieces, but the man did not get angry. Then, just to prove that he would make him angry, he then tore the half pieces into half again. Therefore, he made it again into two more pieces. Okay, that means 4 pieces he made it now. And he is again proudly asking, thinking that he might get angry. And now, so, what is the answer you expect? He answers 2 coins was the answer. Now, it was the young man who became impatient and agitated. Okay, impatient means he became restless now. He started losing his patience. Impatience means to lose patience. Okay, so he became impatient and agitated. Agitated means he was upset, angry. Okay, somewhat got anxious. Anxious. Why he is not getting angry? Okay, so he became impatient and agitated. He tore the pieces into half again and again, and saying every time when he used to tear, he used to say, and now, what's the price now? Okay, so anybody would get angry, no, dear students? Yes, anybody, any normal human being would get angry if somebody in front of you or any other person is making such a nonsense thing. Correct, students? But Thiruvalluvar always went on reducing the price to half its value. Okay, so you can see Thiruvalluvar calmly went on reducing the price to half every time. So as and when the rich young man was tearing the cloth, the same time Thiruvalluvar also went on reducing the price of the cloth to half every time. At last the fabric was reduced to rags. Okay, so Thiruvalluvar said in a quiet tone, now this fabric has become worthless. Okay, so at last the fabric was reduced to rags means what? You know, when you go on tearing the cloth into smaller and smaller pieces. Okay, now what the cloth would be into? The cloth would be torn into, pieces. Now rags means what? The cloth that is torn into pieces. Okay, torn into pieces, and now it has become useless. Nobody can do anything with it. Nobody can stitch a cloth, cloth, dress out of it, a material, make a dress material out of it, right? So now it has turned into pieces or into rags. Rags means the cloth that is torn into pieces. So Thiruvalluvar said in a quiet tone, now this fabric has become worthless. Worthless means it does not have any value now. Nobody will pay for such pieces of rags. So it has become worthless, or there's no value for it. Nobody will pay amount for it, price for it. Correct, no students? So it has become worthless, useless. I will not name any price for these rags. So he says, now I cannot give any price to this. I cannot tell you about, tell the price of these rags, because these rags have become useless, worthless. Nobody can do anything out of it now. Now the young man did not know what to say, because he was surprised completely. How can a person be so polite, so calm? How can a person be never getting angry? Okay, so young man did not know. He was completely shocked. But he was wanted to show his pride. Okay, he wanted to show his arrogance. So he was so proud of his riches. So what he did, so he now wanted to show his that he is rich and he is proud. So he offered to pay 8 coins to the saint. Why 8 coins? Because if you remember in the beginning, it is mentioned in the lesson that the worth of that fabric, or the price of that fabric, was 8 coins. So he is now ready to pay 8 coins to the saint. For the first time, Thiruvalluvar smiled now. Okay, so all this while he was just quiet and calmly answering. Now he smiled, but he refused to take the money. Refused to take the money means he did not accept the money what was given by what the rich man wanted to give him. So he did not take it. Okay, he did not take it. He refused. Okay, so he did not accept to take the money. Young man, now this fabric is of no use. It has become worthless. So he says to the young man, the rich young man, he says that this fabric is of no use now, and it has no value now. Nobody can make anything out of it. It has become useless. You cannot make out of it anything. Why? Because no one will be able to wear it now. So he says that it has turned into rags now, and you cannot make anything out of it, because nobody will be able to wear it now after stitching it. Correct? So you cannot stitch it also, even because it has turned completely into rags. So do you know the fabric was not made in a day? So he is trying to explain it to the young rich man, that he wants to say that the fabric, you should also know, students, that how how a fabric is made, how much time it takes for the fabric to be made, a cloth to be made. Okay, so let's see how we can come to know how a fabric is made. Okay, so he says that it was not made in a day. You cannot make a piece of cloth or a fabric in a day. Many people have toiled to make it. Toiled means many people have worked hard for it. Toiled means worked hard for it to make a beautiful cloth like that. Now let's see which are the people who are making this piece of cloth or the fabric. Okay, the first one is the farmer who grew the cotton in his field. worked hard for months through sun and rain. You know, students, that a farmer, when he grows crops, he has to work day and night for growing that crop, and it is not that only within 1 or 2 days the crop grows and you get the seeds out of it, but it takes lot of time to grow any crop. So even a cotton is a plant. So for growing plant also, it require growing cotton also, it requires lot of time. Okay, so first one is the farmer who grew cotton in his field. He worked hard for so many months through sun and rain. So that means he has to face all the conditions of the environment. Like in the hot sun he has to work, whenever it is raining also he cannot stop, he has to work for it, right? Second thing, he picked up cotton from each boll. The cotton grows in the form of a boll. Okay, and once it is mature, it opens up and the cotton comes out. So before the cotton gets wiped off with the air or with the wind, okay, it has to be taken or it has to be picked up. Okay, so from the ball it has to be removed. So once it is grown, he picks up the cotton from each bowl and give it for spinning. Spinning means what? Spinning is a process of making thread. Okay, spinning is a process of making thread. Okay, out of cotton wool. Okay, out of cotton wool means the cotton wool from which the cotton is growing. Okay, students, so you picked up cotton from each bowl and give it for spinning. Spinning means, again I'll repeat, process of making yarn or thread out of cotton wool. Okay, so then someone else carded the cotton and spun it into long uniform threads. What does this mean? Carded means cleaned. Okay, cleaned and combed cotton to remove the seeds. When before spinning it has to be cleaned. Why? Because there might be some mud or soil attached to it, or some sticks might be there, or the cover of the bowl might be sticking to it, so it has to be cleaned. So that process is called as carding. Okay, carding. Okay, so here after removing the bowls, it has to go for spinning, but before spinning it has to be cleaned. Okay, that is called as carding the cotton and spun it into long. Spun means that is spinning, drawing out and twisting the cotton to make a thread. So you can see in the second picture how the cotton is spun. Okay, then the someone else, the threads were then okay, you can see how the threads are made from the cotton yarn. Fine. Then someone else carded the cotton and spun it into long uniform threads. The threads were dyed carefully. Dyed means what? Dyed. You can see the spelling of dyed here. D-Y-E-D. Dyed carefully. Dyed carefully means to give color to the cotton. Okay, dyeing means a process in which anything is given a color. So especially for the clothes are dyed. That means they are made, put into some colors and the colors are given to it. Okay, that process called as dyeing. You can see in the picture how the cotton is dyed. Okay, then dyed carefully so that they look on these lovely colors. So once they are dyed, they get beautiful colors, and once the thread gets color, okay, then it can be woven into beautiful fabric. Okay, so now he says, my wife and I wove the threads together, putting in beautiful designs. So he says that he and his wife, both of them, weave the threads together. You can see how the weaving of threads is done in the especially in the textile industries, how it is done. Even handlooms are there. That means people do it with the hand also, the weaving process. So at that time it might be done with the help of hands only. So that means you can imagine how much time it must have gone into that to make that beautiful piece of fabric. So both of them used to do that work of weaving the threads together. And not only that, they even had to think about the beautiful designs of making into it. Correct, no students? So to not only weaving, but even they had to give beautiful design, and it is a very difficult task. Okay, so we thought someday someone will like this fabric and will be happy to wear it. Okay, so he thought, so once the piece of cloth or the fabric is woven, even the person who does it, he will think that somebody will be wearing it one day and will be happy to wear it because they are made so beautiful, right? So he says that we thought someday someone will like this fabric and will be happy to wear it. Then all our hard work or all our work would have been rewarded. Rewarded means once it has been sold, they would have got the money back, or whatever hard work they have put in, whatever efforts they have put in to make that piece of cloth. Right, students? Yes. Okay. But he says now, when you destroyed the fabric, you destroyed all the love and labor that went into its making. So he is trying to explain to him that now that he has destroyed the fabric. Okay, now it doesn't take time to destroy anything, but to make it takes lot of time. And you have seen now, students, from the field farm work till the making of a beautiful spinning, the weaving of the clothes, so much time it takes. And to destroy, he destroyed it within seconds, right? So to destroy, it doesn't take time, but to make it really takes lot of time. So he says that when you destroyed this piece of fabric, okay, so you destroyed all the love and labor. Okay, so it is emotional, right, students? Because you have given lot of time for it, you have made it with lot of love and hard work. Labor means lot of hard work has gone into it, lot of efforts have gone into it. So here it says that when you destroyed this fabric, you even destroyed the love of the people, labor, hard work of the people, efforts of the people. Okay, which has gone the efforts which has gone into making of it. Okay, now the money cannot bring it back. Once it is turned into rags, even you pay lakhs of rupees for that piece of cloth, it will never come back. Okay, students? So you should also understand now, through this story you might have understood the worth of a fabric or worth of the cloth. Okay, how much time and money and hard work has gone into it, right, students? Yes. Now the next paragraph. The softly spoken words touched the young man's heart. Okay, softly spoken means what? He Thiruvalluvar always spoke softly to him, very politely to the rich man. So whatever he spoke now, it touched the young man's heart. Touch the young man's heart is a phrase. Okay, touch the young man's heart means he felt emotional. Okay, he felt emotional about whatever he said. Okay, now he was really ashamed of himself. He was really ashamed of himself means, ashamed means to feel sorry. Okay, he felt sorry for whatever he did, whatever nonsense he did. Okay, so he felt very ashamed, he felt sorry. And do you know, Thiruvalluvar went on to say, I can view another fabric like this. He says that I can make another fabric like this, similar like this. But our life is also like this fabric. So he just wants to teach, give a message, okay, a beautiful message, that he's saying that it is like a fabric. Even our life is like a fabric. Okay, so once your life, or if you tear it apart with hasty, thoughtless actions. Hasty means quick actions without thinking. Okay, so such actions are called as hasty. Thoughtless again, without thinking. Whenever you do something, that is called as thoughtless. Okay, so even your life, if you tear it apart with hasty and thoughtless actions, it will be destroyed. So never ever you make your life get destroyed just because of your wrong actions or some quick actions without thinking any actions when you take. Sometimes you may destroy your life. So he says that I can make a piece of fabric, the similar type of fabric again, but it is he is comparing the piece of fabric with our life, because once our life is also toned like this into because of the hasty and thoughtless actions, it will never come back, it will get destroyed completely, and you will not get it back again. Whatever you have in your life, once you destroy it, it will never come back even if you tried again. Okay students, so thing is, so whenever you are doing something or whenever you want to take any action, think before you do something. Okay, always you have to think 100 times before you do something. Okay, so always whenever you are going into wrong actions, you need to think 100 times. Thiruvalluvar's words opened the young man's eyes. Open the young man's eyes is the phrase here. Okay, so open young man's eyes means he realized his mistakes. He could understand that he had done a big mistake. Okay, so there and then he decided to give up his idleness and bad habits. So once he realized that he has done something wrong, he learnt a lesson. He gave up his idleness. Idleness means what? Laziness. The people who remain idle or sit without doing anything, okay, they are lazing around, they are called as idle people. Okay, so he decided to give his idleness. Give up means to leave it. Okay, idleness and bad habits. Bad habits means that he used to waste his time and waste his time in roaming with his friends, and also used to make fun of other people, right students? So he decided to leave all these bad habits. Okay, so I hope so you have understood this story and the beautiful message given by Thiruvalluvar. Okay students, so even a life is like a fabric. Never tear it into pieces just because of your hasty and thoughtless actions. So just this is the message through the story, and even I want to convey this message to you. Be happy. Always do right things in your life which will help you a lot in your future. Though you are young now, very small now, still you need to take the right steps, right actions. If you do not know, you should ask your elderly people, your parents, whenever you are taking or doing something. Okay students, with this message I would finish with the I have finished with the lesson. Okay students, so I want you all to do one thing, is that you just have to read the lesson carefully and even learn the meanings whatever I have taught you, and even try to find out the difficult words from the lesson. Okay students, so see that, even try to find out the answers to the questions. So thank you dear students. Let's meet again in the next lesson.